In this video, we'll be talking about 10 perfect hobbies for the INFJ personality. INFJs are a super rare personality type. There's only about 1 to 3% of these people in the entire population. These individuals are known for their warmth, intuition, and growing concern for other people. Even though they're quite mysterious, people still describe them as creative and insightful. These peace-loving souls have a strong sense of justice and morality, which means they often like to spend time alone. Even though they're introverted by nature, they're very quick to stand up for their ideals and even give the best advice in the world. So, what do these rare unicorns do for fun? Well, INFJs typically enjoy hobbies that relate to their interests but also have a side benefit of serving something else. This could be betterment in the community, helping other people, or just ensuring the well-being of their family and friends. It might be difficult for INFJs to find their favorite hobby at first, but when they do, they'll stay devoted to it for the rest of their life. These people prefer hobbies that aren't too competitive, are loner-friendly, and foster personal growth. Without further ado, let's take a look at 10 perfect hobbies for the INFJ personality. Number 1. Writing. One hobby that comes almost naturally to the INFJ is writing. These individuals have a gift for storytelling because of how easily they can express their thoughts. INFJs are almost always lost in thought. They have the most profound ideas that go beyond what other personality types can imagine. With this immense level of creativity, it would only be fair if INFJs started writing books. Writing can also be a great way for INFJs to learn how to express their own feelings. Even though they're good at understanding other people's thoughts and emotions, they often struggle with putting their own feelings into words. Through writing, they can practice talking about themselves in a meaningful way. If that isn't enough, then INFJs can also use writing to explore their inner world. Everyone knows that these individuals have a whole universe of thoughts inside their heads. But sometimes, navigating through those complex ideas can be quite difficult for an INFJ. Instead of putting themselves in dilemmas all the time, writing can be a super productive way for INFJs to explore their own minds. Of course, INFJs can also make great bloggers or self-publishers. Their keen observational skills can help them write the most detailed blogs and stories that could captivate readers from across the world. Not only would this hobby help the INFJ, but it would also serve the greater community. Number 2. Cooking or baking. INFJs are introverted by nature. This means they'd much rather spend time by themselves rather than going to a club with 50 people they barely know. On that note, these individuals thrive when their hobbies let them take some time for themselves. One way to do that is by cooking or baking. INFJs can get lost in the routine of following recipes and learning the art of cooking for hours on end without any interruptions. Since INFJs are huge perfectionists, we'd highly recommend baking. There's no better feeling than following a recipe for chocolate chip cookies down to the tiniest detail and ending up with a batch of the yummiest homemade cookies. Once they've perfected the skill, INFJs might enjoy cooking or baking for charities and community events. This hobby checks 2 boxes for the INFJ. 1. Spending time alone, and 2. Helping other people. Just like cooking, home brewing or winemaking are also great hobbies for INFJs. Both these activities allow them to experiment with their creative side independently, and if you're up for it, you could even use it as an outlet to socialize with other people. Number 3. Learning a language. INFJs are the kind of people who are always looking for something to do. They want to be independent beings with a lot of knowledge and wisdom, so it's only right for them to learn a new language. This hobby can help an INFJ broaden their horizons. Since these individuals already love experiencing different cultures, it won't be hard for them to indulge in learning a new language. Plus, INFJs love a good challenge. It's not easy to learn a new language from scratch, but if anyone can excel at it, it would be INFJs. If you're an INFJ, then you probably have a trait of perfectionism and unwavering devotion that helps you perform amazingly at everything. If you try learning a new language, we're sure you'll be able to do it within a few months. The best part about this hobby is that INFJs can choose whether they want to do it solo or in a group. There are hundreds of online trainings and apps that can help you learn and practice a language at home. If you're in the mood of socializing, then you could attend in-person classes and get to know more people who are just like you. Number 4. Photography. It's not surprising to know that INFJs make great photographers. Since they view the world from their own unique perspective, they tend to take the most unique photographs as well. Plus, INFJs have a keen eye for detail. They notice things that are unknown to other people, be it subtle textures, lighting, or even scents. If you're an INFJ, you can put your observational skills to great use by taking photos. It's a great way to explore your creative side and share your unique perspective with the world through photographs. Plus, many INFJs feel misunderstood because others feel intimidated or repulsed by them. If you start capturing the world the way you see it, you can help other people see things the way you do. The best part about this hobby is that you don't need a professional camera to get started. In the digital age, anyone can pick up their smartphone, take awesome photos, and start uploading them on Instagram. It's as simple as that. Number 5. Helping the community. INFJs have a great sense of intuition and judgment, which gives them the superpower of absorbing other people's feelings. In fact, most people tend to feel super comfortable in the presence of an INFJ when they're going through a difficult patch in their life. For INFJs, helping other people feels like a moral obligation. They can easily sense when something is wrong with other people, and they find great satisfaction in offering help and advice. To put their superpower to use, INFJs can take up the hobby of helping the community. They can opt for anything like volunteering, mentoring, or even advocacy. Volunteering to help underprivileged people is something INFJs love to do. Mentoring is also a great option because every INFJ has a unique perspective to life and can offer some life-changing advice to other people. And of course, INFJs know how to voice their opinion better than anybody else. If there's a cause that speaks to your heart as an INFJ, it's time to start advocating for it openly. We're sure that your devotion and comforting energy will attract thousands of people to the cause, and you'll be satisfied knowing that you played a part in helping the community. Number 6. Athletic training. We already told you about how INFJs thrive on competition, right? Well, one way to get all that serotonin boost is through athletic training. Many INFJs gain personal satisfaction when they step outside to train for competitions. It doesn't even matter what the competition is. It's just the training that really helps the INFJs thrive. If you're an INFJ, we'd recommend signing up for a marathon, triathlon, cycling competition, or just about anything that your town offers. Once you get enrolled, you'll find yourself getting up at 6 in the morning every day to train consistently. That's all because of the typical INFJ devotion and perfectionism traits. Of course, INFJs also care about the flexibility and health benefits of training. When you spend all that time training for a big competition, it gives you a lot of time and space to be alone with your thoughts and process them completely. Being in the outdoors can also help INFJs unlock a whole new level of spirituality that helps them make more sense of the world. Plus, whenever you're in the mood for some social activity, being part of athletic training courses can give you access to huge communities of people. It's a win-win situation. Number 7. Upcycling. INFJs have the kind of creative edge that helps them think differently than everybody else. With that gift, These individuals love to engage in crafting projects that allow them to be as creative as possible. In fact, most INFJs see this as a way to express their out-of-the-box thought process. One of the best hobbies that you can take up as an INFJ is upcycling, which is incredibly similar to crafting projects. One man's trash is another man's treasure, right? As an INFJ, you probably have the ability to look at things from your unique point of view, and upcycling can be a great way to express your creativity. If that isn't enough, then many INFJs take up upcycling for other reasons too. Instead of letting old plastic bottles rot at the bottom of the ocean, they'd much rather create a beautiful wall hanging out of it. Not only are they putting their creativity to good use, but they're also helping the greater community by reducing pollution and eliminating excess waste. See how all of these hobbies incorporate perfectly into the INFJ mindset? Number 8. Listening to music. Since INFJs have a keen eye for detail, they also have a strong musical sense. These individuals struggle to put their thoughts into words, so music can be a great way for them to express their feelings and connect with other people. This hobby is interesting because it can help INFJs socialize as well. If you love listening to music, you'll probably want to attend concerts once in a while. There are also several cultural events that can help you learn more about how diverse the human population is. Another music-related hobby that INFJs thrive on is creating playlists. It takes a special level of devotion to curate the perfect playlist that aligns with a specific mood or feeling. And if there's anyone who can do it perfectly, it's an INFJ. Depending on how enthusiastic you are about music, you can either create playlists for yourself or your close friends, or even share them on public spaces and music sharing apps such as Spotify. INFJs love engaging in hobbies that give them an end goal to accomplish. Not only is the pursuit of creating the perfect playlist a great way to express creativity, but it's also a huge achievement when you finally create one that's perfect. Number 9. Gardening. INFJs are drawn to nature. These individuals love being surrounded by tall trees, flowers, and animals. One way to connect with nature is to start maintaining a garden. If you're an INFJ, you're free to grow whatever you'd like in your garden. This hobby is more about developing a special connection with nature and getting some physical exercise than achieving a specific goal. Plus, while you're at it, you could always start growing organic fruits and vegetables for yourself. For city-dwelling INFJs, urban gardening is also a great hobby to explore. You could choose to design your own balcony herb garden or add different kinds of plants to bring your apartment space to life. One last INFJ-approved gardening hobby that we want to mention is propagating. This is a process where you take clippings from one plant and grow a new one from it. Interestingly, it's a great way to start gardening and growing your own plants without needing a hefty investment. Most INFJs say they enjoy the alchemy of this hobby and how satisfying it is to see your little babies grow to life. Number 10. Exploring nature. Similar to gardening, exploring nature is another great hobby for INFJs. In fact, it costs nothing to put on your running shoes, get outside, and appreciate the beauty of nature. All you need to do is take a stroll down a road with less traffic and admire the trees for a moment. You could enjoy the variety of plants growing around and start noticing everything you might have missed in the past. Being around nature is a great way to practice mindfulness. This is especially beneficial for INFJs because it can help them become more in touch with their thoughts and feelings and even end up with some renewed energy inside them. And that's a wrap for this video. Which INFJ hobby do you enjoy the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other videos on our channel. Click now to watch.